Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Xochitl. If you guys are new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you can get those notifications of any new videos, and especially if you love everything to do about makeup, if you're just a makeup addict or you're starting to build your collection, this is the channel for you, and I hope you guys enjoy. For those of you who are already subscribed, thank you so much for subscribing and continuing to watch my videos. Today I wanted to do kind of part one of two. I wanted to talk about my favorite eyeshadow palettes because, as you know, and probably why you click on this video, there's so many freaking eyeshadow palettes, and it's kind of like, which ones do you want, which ones do you need, which ones should you get, which quality is great. There's just so many to keep up with these days. So I wanted to break it down to high-end and drugstore because that's just how many there are, and I don't want to, you know, have one lengthy video, but especially if you guys really want to kind of, you know, differentiate. You're like, I really only want drugstore, or hey, I want to treat myself to some high-end, because I go both ways as well. So I did this video a while ago, maybe like 3 years ago or so, and I think since then I've definitely collected even more eyeshadow palettes. So if you guys saw that video a while ago, let's see first of all who made the cut again, which is like still one of those palettes that you need, and then maybe I'm going to introduce you to some new ones. If you guys have not seen that video, I'll link it down below, and especially if you want to see how my lighting has kind of evolved a little bit, you can check that out as well. But some palettes here, some OGs, and then some newer ones I wanted to, you know, talk about that have been, you know, introduced to the makeup world, and I think you totally need to get your hands on. So the first palette, this is definitely for the high-end palette. If you are a neutral matte lover, you need this palette in your life. If you have not gotten this yet, I think this is a great everyday palette. You can even smoke it out. I think if you love mattes, you're gonna love this palette. And it is, have you guessed it, the Kat Von D Shade and Light Eyeshadow Palette. I still love this palette to this day, especially when it's one of those, like, I don't know what to do, I need to kind of put something on really, really quickly. I will reach for this palette. I like how they kind of separate it into, like, you know, warmer, neutrals, and cools. You kind of mix and match, but I feel like this palette would just be like a staple. If you are looking through all the matte neutral palettes and you're looking for one to add to your collection and maybe, you know, add some glitter stuff here and there, I think this is a really great one. I love the formula of it. So buttery, so pigmented, it blends out beautifully. I think you'll really love this palette. This is a great palette for anyone. This is just one to have in your collection, kind of mix and match with other colors. I will also make sure to list the prices of each palette down below, as well as with the link of where you can get these. The next palette, I love the AlAhmad Cosmetics. I love their makeup and especially their eyeshadow palettes. One of the AlAhmad eyeshadow palettes I think is great to add to your collection. This is such like a soft, sultry, but you can get really nice smoky eye looks. This is the Meet Matrimony palette. I think I had recently talked about the Meet Matte Nude palette, and I love that one, but I feel like I don't reach for it as much, especially since I found my Kat Von D matte nudes. This is like my new like must-have matte nudes, but this one is all mattes, but this shade sold me right here. These a burgundy shade right here, as well as like a purple, a dark brown, like this pink. You can really get those nice sultry colors. I love the packaging of the AlAhmad palettes. They're so sleek, easy to travel with, and then you get a huge mirror. But these colors, I love the shades. Once again, blendability, pigmentation, this is what is going to be a pattern here. This is why I love these palettes, but I love the color selection. It's so kind of simple, but these, I feel like these two shades right here really kind of change it up a bit, and then you have a little bit of pink, and you can kind of, you know, smoke it out and just kind of do different looks with it. It's so simple. It's almost like a neutral everyday palette, but kind of like an extra little kick to it. That burgundy can really help like romanticize the eyes even more and kind of mix it up. So I love the AlAhmad, and also I would suggest don't ever buy the AlAhmad full price, because I used to always buy the AlAhmad on Outlook, HAUTE, It's an app you can get, or you can just go on their website, and they always, you know, showcasing the balm. I want to say like almost quarterly, and you can get it 50% off like almost all their products, or the balm is always having 50% off site-wide. So that's when I buy my balm products. So honestly, this could even be like, when it's on sale, it can be a drugstore price palette, but you can definitely save some money. So I would say wait for a sale, but I had to get my hands on the Meet Matrimony palette. I had to get it, and I don't regret it. I would definitely recommend this to you guys. The next two palettes are OG palettes that I think I mentioned in my previous video, which I still stand by, and especially if you're someone like, I don't know which palette to get, like I kind of want like a nice everyday type of palette, or just something like, what palette do I need? And or if there's someone, you know, what palette do I need? And I know they probably don't have it in the collection, but it's great in the collection. I think these two are really great. The first palette is the Tartlet 2. This is in Bloom. I like the Tartlet 1, but I think they definitely stepped it up with the formulation, the blendability, and the pigmentation of the colors with the In Bloom palettes. I think they did an even better job. I reached for this one way more. I haven't touched my other first Tartlet palette in a while. It was great for the time, but I think the second edition is even better. It has a really great big mirror, but it's also really nice and compact, so you can kind of travel with you, like throw it in your makeup bag on your way to work type of a thing. I recommended this to my sister, and this is like, she's one of those like, I just use one palette every day type of a girl. And yeah, it's this one, and just simple colors, but you can still kind of, you know, maybe take it day to night. So you kind of have like those more neutral burgundy shades type of thing right here with the shade Leader, but this is a great everyday palette, and you can even, you know, take it up a notch with some shimmers. I just love it in general. I love the packaging. It gives you a little bit more luxe packaging than maybe like the cardboard type of packaging, so it's a little bit more, you know, nice to show off, but I still think this is a really great option to have in your collection. The next palette. This is definitely a palette if I want to get someone a gift, and I know they won't pick this up themselves, but I know it's like one of those you would definitely need to have in your collection, because I just love it. I still love it. I love the Lorac Unzipped palette. So they have the Unzipped, and then they have the Unzipped 2, which is more of a gold version. But the Unzipped palette, this is like a really pretty like pink burgundy. Can you sense a thing? It's got a burgundy color in it. I have to have it. Kind of like chocolatey mauve. It's like a pink mauve burgundy shade palette. I especially love this one for my like freelance kit. I love to use this for like really nice sultry bridal looks. I think this is really great. If anybody kind of wants like those pink mauves, this is definitely a palette I reach for, and those are some people who just love that on the everyday. I'm definitely one of those. I love a beautiful type of like champagne pink type shade. I think Lorac did an amazing job with this formula. The shades are just so, the shimmers are beautiful. I love Lorac eyeshadow formulas, and this one is still one of those like I will never get rid of. I love it so much. And then you got like your dark colors, so you can really smoke it out, or you can kind of, you know, they have these two bronzy shades, you can mix it up a little bit. But there's a makeup lover out there, and 9 times out of 10 I feel like for some reason they just don't have this in their collection, and this is definitely a great addition to the collection. Also, I love that it's not that expensive of a palette. Very affordable. I love it. I think if you love pinks, you love glittery shades, you love really nice sultry shades, I think this is a great like bridal palette, especially too if you're looking for something for yourself. It's like, I don't know what to wear for my wedding day. I think I would definitely suggest picking up this palette and using these type of colors. I love me some peaches, whether it's a blush, a lipstick, and even especially eyeshadow. I think peach eyeshadow, oof, it's like one of my favorites. So can you guess which palette is next? It's the Too Faced Peach palette. I love the Chocolate Bar palette, but I feel like there's definitely some other palettes I reach for more. I haven't really touched my Chocolate Bar palette, but the Too Faced Peach palette I love. I'm not like, ooh, I love the scent. I think it's kind of cool, you know, whatever, you added that little scent in, but these peachy shades, I love them so much. This is like my go-to like peach palette. Like, is there any other palette that kind of revolves around this like peachiness? Maybe there is. Let me know. I have to pick that up. But if you need a great peach, this is really great. Like, almost, it gives me like summer vibes. I love this around like the summer, springtime. Those shades just stand out so much to me. But then also I love that they have some greens, some purples in there to really kind of mix it up. So this is like an everyday and like party, like nighttime palette. You can almost like break down this palette in half and really get like different looks. It's almost like an opposite attract type of palette. So that's why I really love it. But honestly, it's just, I need a peach. This is the palette that I'm going for. The next two palettes, same brand. And the hard part about this is trying to get eyeshadow palettes that are not limited edition, that are going to be around, especially for you guys to be able to pick up. And the brand that I love, like I almost always have to pick up the palette no matter what it is Anastasia Beverly Hills. I love Anastasia palettes so much. I love their formula. I love the quality of their palettes. I think the last two maybe I haven't bought it, but I'm just kind of like, I think I need that sultry palette. I didn't think I needed that sultry palette. And then I made the mistake of going to Ulta and swatching it. Ooh, it's even better than I thought. It was almost kind of like, do I might need to get that. But the two palettes that you need in your life, that you need, you don't want, you need. You didn't know you needed it until right now. And I still see them at Ulta, so you can still pick them up. The first one is the Modern Renaissance palette. The Modern Renaissance palette changed my life. It just made me love Anastasia Beverly Hills even more. It is the epitome of a romantic palette. These pinks, I love them so much. Like, I'm about to run out of this burnt orange shade. Like, I know they have them in single circle like pans, but I need like the square one so I can replace it. But a couple of these colors are in the other ones. So I was like, we're gonna be okay, but you know, I just want to travel with one. I love, like, I've hit pan on these three colors. That's how often I use them, and I love it. This is a great everyday, but like if you add a little pop of pink in the crease, it's like not too crazy. Just add something, but it's not like, ooh, you're wearing pink on your lids type of thing. They just blend in really, really beautifully. You can definitely get so many kind of, you know, eyeshadow looks with this palette. And then it's a great, like, it's definitely giving me fall vibes, kind of looking that orange and that brown together. But I love it. If you guys have not picked up this palette, I don't know what you're waiting for. You need this palette in your life. You need to get it. They still have it at Ulta for sure, so pick it up there, online or in stores. Like, swatch it until you use it on your eyes. You'll definitely understand. I have a couple tutorials using this palette, and after a while it's kind of like, all right, I need to switch it up. I love this one. The second one, where I kind of feel like I definitely recommend this one a lot to people, is the Soft Glam palette. This one, so simple. It's another great everyday palette, but you have like those shimmers and stuff in there, so it's different than an all matte. If you want something more than an all matte, and I feel like it's exactly what it's called. It's soft glam. It's like basic glam. It's glam without feeling like you tried too hard or looking like you tried too hard type of a look, because sometimes we want those type of looks. It's just gorgeous. I love this. I definitely there's like so many. I recommend this to my sister, one of my friends who I was doing makeup for, like everybody. I'm like, you need this one. It's kind of like one of those, like, I just want like a pop of red, but I want to do something simple with the eyes, but still kind of keep it glam, but low-key glam. This is the palette that I go for, but you can also smoke it out with like these other colors. So you have the option to keep it chill glam, which you've probably seen my chill glam, probably still glam to other people, but you know what I'm talking about. Or you can even step it up a notch. I'm hitting pan here. That burnt orange. I love that burnt orange. I need to get that single pan. I love this sienna shade. I love these kind of pinks, the golds. I think these are gorgeous. If you have not picked up another one, Soft Glam, there's two palettes you need to pick up. Modern Renaissance and Soft Glam. You need these in your life so bad. And I still also see them at Ulta, so that's why I'm recommending them now, because I don't know if they're going to get rid of them or if they know, like, this is the ones that we're keeping around for people to get. But I know sometimes I like to, you know, kind of eventually sell them out and come up with new stuff. So get it if you have not gotten it already. If I need to do a quick, easy glam look, this is the one I'm going for. The last two palettes, I wasn't sure whether to put them in the high-end or the drugstore version of this video, just because they're definitely way cheaper than these other high-end palettes that I'm mentioning right now, which are like $40, $45, maybe even $50. But they're still more expensive than the drugstore, which I think the highest drugstore palette is maybe like $20. So I think I'm gonna put them in the high end just because I don't think you'll ever find these at the drugstore. So the second to last palette that I want to talk about is the AlAhmad Cosmetics palette, the Reina del Caribe Volume 1 palette. I love this palette so much because there's just so many new palettes coming out. I had kind of put it down just for a little bit, and then I picked it up again. I was like, yep, this palette is amazing. I love it so much. I love just how much thought was put into this palette, even down to like the decor, the packaging. I wanted to save like that little slit that this comes in, because I think that was just so freaking adorable. AlAhmad Cosmetics was created by Gabby, also known as Gabby TMUA, here on Instagram and YouTube, and I know she kind of like works with BoxyCharm, which you can also get this, or I forgot which BoxyCharm box they kind of put this in, maybe like June, July, somewhere in the summer, which I think was amazing because people got this for an even better price, that $20 price. And originally this was only like $28, plus they'll always have kind of like sales and stuff, like 20% off or so. And it came super quick when I ordered it, so I loved it. I love the culture in this palette, the Cuban culture in this palette. But not only that, it's always great, you know, when you kind of see Latinos in business, but they wouldn't come out with a really amazing product. It's like, yes, yes. It's so excited. So I love this palette. I think the mattes are amazing and the shimmers are impeccable. If you guys have not picked up this palette, I think you definitely should, and I'm so excited because I follow her on like Instagram and stuff, and I hear that they'll be coming out with the Volume 2 palette, so I'm like, this one did good. I'm just like, alright, what you got? What you got next? So definitely a kind of brand to watch. So if you guys honestly have not picked this up, you should use it. I think they did a really great job. So simple, but yet you can do so much with the color selection. It's like you can just have like a nice neutral everyday eye, but then you add in those shimmers and you can really do so much. Like I would normally not get something with like a blue eyeshadow, but these are just so wearable, and it definitely gets you out of your comfort zone to play with some colors. So if you guys, you know, kind of want to travel into the color land, I would definitely suggest this palette. The next palette and brand I wanted to talk about was a Juvia's Place. I picked up this palette at Ulta. It's originally $25, but I also had a 20% off coupon, so I saved some money there, and I've been wanting to pick up Juvia's Place for the longest, and I picked up their Magic Mini palettes, which is the eyeshadow look that I just did on my eyes right now. It went up, should have gone up before this video, so I'll link that down below so you guys can check it out. But definitely wanted to challenge myself to play with some colors, and this look alone I really love. Super simple, but I definitely want to play with some more, some blues, some greens, some purples, and see what you can come up with. But I had a feeling, I've heard great things about these palettes, and yeah, the proof is in the pudding. It is freaking great. Like, I need the rest of them. So I would definitely, just in general, I think I would suggest this palette alone, but then also I'm just like, I think it's totally worth it to check out their other palettes, because I know I will. And they're like, their other palettes are anywhere from $20 to $25, not that expensive. And for the quality, I think is amazing. Oh my god, these are just so pigmented, blendable. Like, it's easy to blend with all that pigmentation. That's hard to do. I've had pigmented palettes that aren't that easy to blend, but this one, I think they did a great job. I don't know how they're doing it with the price and the palettes, but I think they're great. If you guys have picked these up, definitely let me know. But if you want to play with color, this brand has so many colorful eyeshadow palettes. I know they have some other like neutral ones as well. This one is a really great colorful one. I love it. I'm just like, I want to play with some more. And I love the fact that it's not that expensive either. And if you got coupon, you got points, you can get them at Ulta now too. So it's really easily accessible. You can go ahead and do that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if some of my recommended eyeshadow palettes are some of your favorites, and or if there's any of these that you don't have in your collection that you definitely want to pick up. I will link down below. I'm pretty sure 100% sure if I picked this up, I did a tutorial with it, which in the tutorial is included like a more in-depth review, a demo, swatches. So if you want to see those, I will link every single video down below that I've used these palettes so you guys can really see them in action rather than just a bunch of swatches that I've already done. I want you to see how they perform and what looks you can do with these palettes. So let me know if you guys enjoyed that. And next, if you want to save some money, I will be talking about my favorites and highly recommended drugstore eyeshadow palettes, because I feel like especially when I first did this video, I didn't have too many drugstore affordable eyeshadow palettes. That was 3 years ago. There's so many more now. So I have a whole video dedicated to that to talk about some of my favorites and some that you should definitely pick up, because as there are more high-end, there's definitely more drugstore. So if you need some help making some decisions and eliminating some, adding some to your collection, definitely check out that video next. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to keep up with more videos, and I'll see you guys next time.